What do you actually want in love? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Miya, here on Mostly in the Moment for another love pick a card reading. We're looking at what you really want in love, looking at what you think you want and how that's changed from before, and then what you actually want and will you get it and how soon. This is a companion reading for a reading that's being posted tomorrow with what they want from you. If you have a person in mind, or this could be someone in the near future, what they want from you in a connection, and will you both get what you want. So it's a fun reading to just kind of reassess where you are on your love journey. It's good to have soul friends, this community to kind of touch base with, because we're on another level. We think spiritually, we are on a higher frequency, higher vibe, and it's nice to just connect in with someone who gets the kind of relationship and connection and depth of love that we associate with, that we vibe with, that we roll with in relationships. So it's lovely to connect with you, beautiful soul. I hope you enjoy the reading. I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile one, with the spring card and the Malachite crystal. We're looking at what you actually want in love. So let's look at what you think you want now, and then see how that's changed and what you actually want now, and will you get it. There is a companion reading that comes out tomorrow with what they want from you, whether you have a person in mind or you're single. It should resonate. If this pile resonates completely, I would pick the same pile one there, and it'll be a continuation of the reading. If it resonated mostly but not 100% or partly, I would pick a different reading, a different pile to kind of combine the message of the two to get a unique message for yourself. Okay, so what do you think you want now? Oh, wow. The Lover's card. I do feel like you feel like there's like a perfect person out there for you, and that it will divinely come together how it's supposed to, or it already has. And this is like the perfect person. You two are meant to be. It's not like one in a billion where there's maybe several other out there that might resonate with you on this level. It's like this is the only one. We're meant to be. It's destined. It's fated. And you're either with that person, or you know who that person is, or you feel like you're going to meet that person in this lifetime. Awareness. I do feel like you understand you have this aura. You definitely have the looks, the smarts, the personality, the vibe, the energy, the glow. There's something about you where you know like you're high value, and that you can get almost anyone that you want. And so you're very confident that you're going to find someone who is at high value, as high value as you find yourself to be, or that you worked your butt off to be. I feel like you've worked on yourself so much. For some of you, it's like kind of outwardly, whatever you want to work on yourself, like you've worked really hard in your life to get where you are. And so you're going to find someone that matches you on that level. It's like, I don't deserve less. Like, I know what I deserve, and I know what I want. I know I'll get it because I worked my butt off for it. And for others, I do feel like you've done at least done as much inner work, knowing what you're capable of in the name of love, in terms of love, and what you deserve in love. And you won't take anything less, even though you've been kind of given less by the universe. So you're like, no, universe, I know my worth. Give it to me. Okay, so how has that changed from before? 10 of Swords, wow, in reverse. Rejected in reverse. I feel like you don't really get rejected. I feel like you've never gotten rejected, or very rarely get rejected. I feel like you very rarely don't have people who aren't interested in you, or if you're interested in someone, it's very rare that they're not interested in you as well. or could be or want to be. Because I feel like there's an energy about you where it's like, you know, you get what you want. But I do feel like there was an energy in the recent, not even recent past, but in your past, where you did get rejected, broken up with, or someone that you had interest in didn't have interest in you, and that kind of shocked you because you know who you are and where you come from and what you have to offer. So it was kind of like a wild experience for you to have someone not reciprocate. Yes, luck is on your side. Yeah, you're usually very, very lucky. I'm getting like you might have even never really actually got rejected. You might have just had someone like be like, hey, I can't be with you right now because family stuff or career stuff. Like, I feel like you never really actually got rejected. It was just kind of circumstances, if anything. Like, even people who you feel like were out of your league or like not rejecting you, but just kind of, you know, played it off or something like that. There's something about like you get who you want, you know, and if you don't, it's because of circumstances outside of your control. And even then, it's like, you know, you could if you really wanted to, because luck is always on your side. You're lucky. I feel like people say you're lucky in love, or you might think you're lucky in love, but I do feel like it's because you've worked on yourself, whether it's in love or in all areas. Like, I feel like you've really worked on yourself, and so that's really helps. But you also have like very like innate positive traits, whether it's your looks, your smarts, your personality, that like kind of lends itself to being a really good high value partner, and you know that. But you're not someone who like sat on it and like didn't do anything with it. You're like, okay, like, yeah, I got some good looks, or I got some like good family background, or like had good money, or I'm very smart, or I'm very talented, very skilled, or, you know, whatever it is. And I'm grateful for it. I'm going to use it, because like, what a waste to be given those gifts and be like, hey, I'm going to not use this because it puts me at it puts other people at a disadvantage. Like, it, you know, I feel bad for being able to like have all these advantages or whatever. It's like, if you use it positively, like you use these divine gifts that you're given in this specific lifetime positively, you know, it's better for everyone. So I do feel like you did use your positive traits meaningful, like with a lot of meaning. Like, you made what you were given meaningful. For some of you, it wasn't a lot. For some of you, it was. But you didn't just sit with it. You didn't just like do nothing with it. You worked with it. Okay, so what do you actually want in love now? Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you want kind of destiny to kind of come into play here, for the universe to kind of do its thing. Radical change, Uranus. Yeah. So we're not getting anything specific. And so I'm definitely feeling like you already have done the inner work in regards to what you want in love, their physical traits, even down to the very like itty bitty details. What kind of lifestyle you would like, what kind of different paths, not just one, that you are open to. Yeah, I feel like you figured out kind of everything. If you want to get married, if you want to have kids, if you want to, where you would want to live, and not just like one thing, but like many things, what you would be open to, what your boundaries are. And you're just like, yeah, I did everything and I know it. Just waiting for the universe to align me. And that's going to happen when it happens. Like, this is now out of my hands. Like, I did everything I could on my end, and now it's up to the universe. So what you think you want in love right now and what you actually want is on point, is on the same page. So you are very, very aligned. You know who you are, and you actually are ready for this. And the fact that it wasn't anything specific, like a specific character trait in the person or kind of type of relationship, is kind of like going to be very unique to every person that comes across this reading, and you are a very, very powerful soul with the spring energy here. Like, you're ready. And the Malachite, oh my goodness, like you're ready. You're absolutely ready for this really profound, strong, divine counterpart type relationship. Yeah. You know your stuff. You know your stuff. This is probably just like a reminder for you. Okay, so will you get it, and how soon? Listen to your intuition. You already do listen to your intuition. See, that's what Spirit is saying. Like, pile one, you already know yourself, what the universe has in store for you. You know, you already did the work. You already know your value, your power, your aura. Like, you know. You just gotta, you're not even like patient. You're not even like worried or trying to fill your space and time right now with other things to keep you busy from not thinking about this love coming in. You know it's coming in. You're not worried about it. You're not overly thinking about it. And if you do get reminded of love, you're like, yeah, that's going to come in when it's supposed to, and it's probably going to be very soon. And it's like a very powerful knowing that you have. You're so in tune and aligned with your higher guidance that, like, pile one, this is just a confirmation for you. I love connecting with high frequency souls. I feel like I'm doing it more now because I'm doing readings that are just kind of more what I'm guided to do, that resonate with the collective energies rather than what I know will do well on YouTube and the algorithm. So I can tell when there's like few people leaving as subscribers and few people coming on, like they're the ones who are on this high frequency. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep going with the high frequency soul fam energy because I'd rather read for you. We need more people on our level, right? Okay. Your hard work is paying off. See? Pile one. Yeah, see, I knew it. Like, you're definitely already there. You already worked hard. You already know it. And this is probably going to happen at any point. Should we get a timing card? Okay, so I paused to ask Spirit like multiple times. Like, should I do a timing card? Should I do like pick a crystal timing card? And they kept saying no. And I'm like, should I pick one timing card for this entire pile? And they're like, no. And they're like, just keep going forward. And I'm like, okay, so I get it because this pile is so powerful that you already know and you don't care and you don't need it. Like, it wouldn't be helpful. So, like, you already know and it's going to happen and it's soon and you feel it. You're already in the know. It's like very powerful, strong knowing. And that's it. That's all you got to know. All right, pile one. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 2. With the summer card and the green Aventurine crystal, we're looking at what you actually want in love. There's a companion reading coming out tomorrow with what they want from you, whether you are single or you have a person in mind. These readings should resonate. Okay, so we're going to look at what you think you want right now, and if that's changed, and what you actually want right now, and will you get it? All right, so let's look into what you think you want right now. The High Priestess. I do feel like you want someone who is spiritually on your level. So whether you are religious, not religious, spiritual, or you have your own set of beliefs and perspectives on reality and your own world views, I do feel like you have a sense of morality, a sense of who you are, your values, and how you kind of want to live life, how you feel like is the best way for most people to live life, or humanity, the collective, kind of like a general set of rules that you feel like works for most people, most communities, and where you fit into that. And I feel like I feel like you definitely want, I'm hearing kind of, because I feel like you've had a hard time finding someone who kind of matches that with you. And that's kind of made you, like, I feel like you're like being gaslit by your options, or what you think are your options, because you're like, am I being too picky? Am I being too much? Like, should I loosen? I'm hearing my morals kind of like, and I'm hearing your spirit team be like, no, pile 2, don't do that. Put that shirt back on. Cover yourself up. No. I feel like you're just kind of, you're like, okay, like if I'm being too, you're like more go with the flow. Like if I realize that I'm being too strict with and have too many rules with who I'm looking for in love, then like I'll loosen up. Like just tell me straight, like I'm open and willing to kind of edit, refine, and change myself if I think it's appropriate, if I think it's going to be better for me and all involved. And so I feel like you kind of like, I know what I want. At least I thought I knew what I want, but I'm not finding it. So maybe I need to change that. Okay, what you think? Discovery, yeah. You might have also come across a few potential interests, crushes, dates, relationships where it kind of changed your mind on what you think and feel like you can, I'm hearing tolerate in a relationship, but not just tolerate, but might even enjoy and like in a relationship or in a partner. So I do feel like you're aware, as you've kind of been on your romantic journey, your love journey, that experiences have changed you. Okay, so I feel this energy of kind of like, you feel good about what you believe. You're not questioning it. You're not going back and forth, giving you kind of spiritual whiplash on what you believe and what you don't believe. Like you feel like you found like your center, but you're open and willing to kind of like mend that or refine it, change it a little bit, edit it, if it brings you the right type of love and expands your universe and your path in a positive way for you. So like I feel like you're kind of there. Like you're like, I know who I am. I've been on my journey for a bit. But because of that, I'm also kind of willing to, like, I know that I'm not going to change like that much because I like know who I am and where I stand with my reality, my perspective of the world. But I know where I'm willing to change to. Interesting. So how has this changed from before? I feel like we answered that question, but the producer, right? The magician. Yeah, I feel like you're very, very so solid in yourself and who you are and what you've done in your life, accomplished in your life so far, in terms of love, in terms of your belief systems, your spirituality, and growing, learning, expanding your self-mastery. That, like, look, I'm seeing this like woman here, this female, this girl, and she's so zen, and there's like this hummingbird, which is a sign of like the universe is like around you, creating with you. Like you have that pull where you can like bring in divine, creative, intuitive energies whenever you want because you're so in tune. You know who you are. You resonate at your frequency very powerfully, very strongly. So you have this magician energy. Gold digger. They want your money being used. Yeah. And I do feel like this kind of energy of like, people can sense this, whether they're romantic interests or just people who want to be your friends, people who want to work with you or want you to work for them. Like, people know that you have this really big aura, big manifestation energy, and they might try to kind of pull you into their energies to get you to help them with what they want. It's not always nefarious, it's not always ill-intentioned, but I do feel like some people do it knowingly and some people do it unknowingly, where they know like you have the ability to make this happen for them or for something that they want, so they always kind of pull on your energies. And so I feel like you're very, very aware because like I feel like you're like I know I have the ability to manifest whatever I want, or I have a strong ability to like get things done, or if I want something I can figure out how to get it. And so I feel like you've had a lot of romantic interests that, again, like not just romantic interests, but anyone figuring out that you can kind of get them where they want to be or get something that they want manifested. Like you kind of have to filter out romantic potentials like that You are gold, pile 2. You have enough, like, abundance energy. And even if you don't think that, like, you have that ability. I feel like with the right kind of love or energy supply, I'm hearing, like, there's nothing you can't do. All right. So what you actually want in love now. The Judgment card. Oh, wow. Okay, so we will go from 2 to 20. So you see how, like, that 2 is amplified in the 2, pile 2. So 2, 2, 2 here. I did hear when I said the last thing about when you have the right type of love or energy supply, like, there's nothing you can't do. I definitely felt that energy of, like, I'm good alone, but I'm better together. There's this energy of, like, you might have had to lone wolf it a lot, and that's why you have this, like, zen energy, and that's why kind of, it's not like you're wanting things and you're, like, trying to go after things, like, you attract things, and it's because you have this zen energy of, like, I don't care, I don't really need it or want it, but I can have it because I know I can. Like that type of energy. And I feel like it took you a long time to do that because you are such a romantic. You do wear your heart on your sleeve kind of thing. So to get to that energy where you're like, I didn't think I was going to be a lone wolf type of energy in this life, but I guess I am, and I'm just that badass. Like, okay, fine. Like, that's not the energy I thought I was going to be, but, you know, like, I get to be one badass type of person, being this lone wolf energy, and I own it. And because of that, like, is why you attract such strong love energies now, at least. And I do feel like you get the sense of, like, I don't know, like, your radar for soulmates is so much more stronger and more powerful. You can tell when you have, like, a slight connection with someone. Like, you can rate the soulmate level when you come across people. Like, this is a low level karmic from, like, one lifetime. This is like a medium level karmic from, like, several lifetimes, more on a friend level, you know, just like, you know, this is more of, like, a romantic energy potential for this lifetime on this level. Like, I feel like you have that ability. Pile 2. Okay. Wow. I'm connecting with such powerful people in this reading. I'm so grateful. I know I'm getting less views, but it's because I'm connecting with the right folk. You guys are, like, the high frequency soul comrades that I've always wished and dreamed I could connect with. So thank you. Communication. Oh, sorry. Conjunction. I was reading it backward. And okay. Conjunction. Okay. A union, merging, and coming together. Yeah. And with the Judgment card and the Conjunction card both coming out in reverse, there is that type of energy of, like, you know, you're calling in very strongly, that you're drawing in, magnetizing in that high level soulmate. Yeah, I feel like for most in this pile, you're kind of single. And if you are with this person, this is if you are with someone or thinking of someone, like, this, that's the energy of this person, right? I just realized that the green Aventurine is, like, the really good for money. We have Gold Digger here, so we have that I saw this, like, gold and, like, green gold type of energy here, and so I keep seeing this kind of, like, it's not like lime green. I'm getting, it's like greenish gold type of energy. It's a color I haven't seen that often. It's really pretty, like a moss kind of energy, the color. Okay. So, yeah, you definitely want, like, the highest level. You can sense if it's worth your time or not, if it's, like, the highest level or not. And I feel like you're at a point where you're like, I know I don't have to settle. Okay, so will you get this type of love? Go, the time is right. Yeah. And how soon? Now. You're in that energy. Like, you know when you're in it. You feel it. You can sustain it. It's not like waving back and forth. You're solid. You're very grounded. You're connecting to the earth in such a strong, powerful, and abundant way. I keep getting, again, that gold energy. Okay, I just heard a motorcycle, which is unusual for this time of year because it's very cold. But when I hear a motorcycle, and it wasn't annoying, so that's like a positive sign. If it's a positive vehicle sound, then it's a positive sign. If it's a negative vehicle sound, it's like a negative sign. But it's a positive motorcycle sound, and it's like unique and rare that it's happening this time of year. Motorcycles, since it's usually a single person, it's like you are going, you're skyrocketing into your purpose or your next chapter very powerfully right now, because everything is aligned and you've been able to sustain this kind of stability in who you are for a while now. Like, it probably happened recently, because like once you are able to find stability in that energy, being authentic, being who you are, knowing where you are in life, knowing that you're powerfully attracting and manifesting things, and that you don't have to really do much anymore because you've already done the work. You don't have to be in that energy for a very long time to have that stability for a very long time, because once you know you're in it, and your life will skyrocket very quickly. And that's the type of energy you're in right now. Okay. And then we have look at the bigger picture in reverse. You already have. You're on your way to bigger goals and dreams. I definitely feel like right now you might be even attracting a lot of lower level soulmates, or even like medium high level soulmates. It might be driving you crazy. Well, actually not really, because like maybe in the past you might have been like, oh, this would have drove me crazy to be attracting so many like decent romantic interests. But you're feeling right now that like, no, I know what I deserve, I know what I want, I know what I've been holding out for. Like, I don't even have to, like, this doesn't even bother me. Like, I know I'm attracting the right person into my life. If you are with someone, I do feel like you're getting the green light to move forward with this person, that you both are heading towards bigger goals and dreams. Maybe you both had like a conversation recently about something next in your connection, in your relationship. And it feels like things are just powerfully manifesting, and maybe a little bit quicker than you anticipated. But like, you kind of knew, like, I feel like you're such an intuitive soul that you probably knew that at some point things are gonna like speed up very quickly. And I feel like for you, Pile 2, that it's happening right now. All right, Pile 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please leave a like or comment. It means a lot to me. And especially coming from like a like frequency soul. There is a companion reading that's paired with this. It's coming out tomorrow. I'll link it below when it posts, with what they want from you. So whether you're single or thinking of someone specific, it'll be kind of in their energies. Pick the same pile if this resonated with you 100%. If it did partly or somewhat, I'd pick a different pile number just to kind of get that unique message for you. All right, Pile 2, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 3, with the Fall card and the Aragonite crystal. We're looking at what you actually want in love. So what you think you want, what you actually want, has it changed, and will you get it? This is paired with a companion reading that's coming out tomorrow. I'll link it down in the description when it's out. That is titled What They Want From You. So whether you're single or have someone in mind, these should resonate. So let's start with what you think you want now in terms of love. Justice in reverse. Justice, a Libra card, Venus. There's energy of you want grand love. And I feel like you deserve it. And it's about time, I'm hearing. I feel like you've definitely put in your time, I'm hearing. You definitely done the work. You definitely put up your share of experiences, good and bad. And now you're like, and now I want the final result. And the Libra season is in the fall, associated with Venus, which is the goddess of love. And not just love, but at the money and knowledge. It's just kind of like reminds me of that goddess, like a little bit of a Lakshmi and Saraswati goddess of just like a strong woman. Just like this woman who knows they look good, they dress well, that they are intelligent and can kick butt, but also very, very in tune with their feminine side, intuitive, sensitive. If you're a male, I'm getting the same type of energy, like someone who you know you're more emotionally intelligent than most men around you. And that gives you an edge that most people don't have. It gives you an edge, I'm getting, even in business or in your work, being that intuitive. When you have to work with people, when you work with trends, you're able to pick up on things easier. And you know it's because you have this side of you. You know you look good. You know that you have this personality and intelligence to match your looks. So it's not just like you're riding on just your looks kind of thing. I'm getting for the males also that you feel like for both males and females, you've had your share of experiences in relationships that makes you kind of, I'm hearing, worldly and cultured in relationships, which is a weird way to describe relationships. It's usually how you describe a person. But I'm getting that a lot of people, when they kind of have a crush on you or they think of you in a romantic sense, they think of you as someone who would bring those characteristics into their relationships. For a lot of people who could only dream of being with you and probably wouldn't have a chance, it feels like you're that out of reach, kind of like big energy, big personality, or I'm hearing high value. I have to stop saying that, but like just someone who they could only dream and imagine what it's like to be in a relationship with, to be your friend, even to be in your circle, because it's like so out of their world, their depth, their reality, that they can only dream of it. They can only fantasize about it. They can only read books about something that they feel like would be similar to your life. Interesting. What else do you think you want now? Choice, yeah. I feel like I'm hearing like you definitely feel like you're someone who has the choice, the upper hand in romantic love situations. Like you've had your fair share. You know what you want. You know what you are able to give. I feel like this guy creeping here in the window. Like I feel like you're just someone who's like, like whether you're male or female, like you have people creeping on you, because I feel like you're like, I know I'm a good partner. Not even good. I know I'm like an excellent partner in a lot of ways. And that sort of confidence and knowing comes with your options. Some of them not that great. Some of like I described, like some people who are interested in you or have a crush on you or think they like you, but they can't actually like you if they can't like you in that deep a way if they can't understand you in that deep a way. Because I feel like you're so complex, and I'm hearing worldly again, like you know so much about so many things, or at least a little bit about everything, that you just seem like you're so far out of people's leagues that I feel like a lot of people who have crushes on you or think they like you could not even understand what you're capable of giving in a relationship. Does that make sense? Like they're so far out of your league, like definitely not in your league, and like in a way where they probably have to have more experiences and gather more wisdom to reach you, that they can't even comprehend what you would bring to the table. I feel like you might have had that kind of connection. You might have had a short-lived connection with one or few or several. I'm getting few. I feel like at some point you kind of get the hint with folks who might on the surface seem like a good match, or that on paper might look like it's good. I'm getting those like questions that like dating apps have, like you matched really well, or maybe you guys have so much in common, so it seemed like you guys would be a good fit, come from the same area or something like that. Both have like a lot of good looks, personality, or status or something like that. But then you so quickly find out that this person cannot even understand what you are providing them in terms of decisions and choices and options and not just a relationship, but in like day-to-day life. So I feel like on the surface it looks like both of you might be similar, but then underneath it all they're still very surface or still kind of growing, and you have an energy of being multi-dimensional, like being able to think of the relationship and love and life in so many different ways that you're like, hey, I want to propose this for a date or this for our next vacation or something. And it's like there's like you have like 5 different great reasons, all different reasons for why it would be great for the two of you. But they can only think one-dimensionally, and they can't even see how deeply you're thinking. I'm getting that kind of energy. So I don't know why we're spending so much time on speaking about people who aren't on your level at all. Maybe you've had a near miss, I'm hearing. Maybe you had a short encounter with someone currently or in your past where you guys kind of liked each other, but like it was, and on the surface, it kind of, on paper, it seemed like it would be a good fit, but then it just was completely not energetically, if that makes sense. With the fall energy here, I'm getting this energy was kind of like a test for you, maybe. But that's why I'm getting this kind of energy of like you feeling a little bit like a little pompous, like, yeah, I know what I just, and like rightly so. I feel like you're like kind of like, I know what my options are, like I know what I can get, and this is like throw this fish back in the pond kind of thing, you know? Like I feel that kind of energy right now from you is kind of like, you know your value, and there's a little bit of like, I'm getting like a quiet smirk because like you're not being overtly like, yeah, I feel like you're not the kind of person who would like boast or flaunt about that type of energy, you know, secret hero kind of energy, right? But like there's a part of you that's kind of like, you know it now. Like maybe before you're kind of like questioning, or you had self-esteem issues, or maybe someone in your past kind of hit your confidence where you kind of had to build it up again or something like that. And so there's like this smirk, I'm getting this like hidden smirk where you know you're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm back or something like that, or I've arrived. All right, so pile 3, let's see. So how's this energy have changed before what you wanted in love? 4 of Swords in reversed. I feel like before there's this energy of in love, like you were either wishing for something more or worried that your partner was wishing for something more. There's kind of energy of like not being so sure, or not having the fullest confidence, or you know, like kind of like it's something like kind of missing, like something not fully being there. Challenges. Yeah, both the cards came out in reverse. Make a decision, work on inner healing, and then the choice card. So I feel like before, I feel like it was just like a lot of lessons and challenges in regards to, am I enough? Is this right? Is this the right kind of connection? Am I going for the right kind of connection? Do I want more? Do they want more? Like it was all these kind of questions, right? And now with the choices and the challenges here, the decisions, I feel like you flip the challenges around, and now it's more like I get to choose. It's not a challenge on whatever I get or the relationship that I'm stuck in. It feels like I can choose whatever I want. I can choose to be in this relationship, to get out of it, change this relationship, go for something different, go for this life path, that life path, or this type of relationship. I feel like you're so like open and free, because I feel like it's like the challenge was being so assured and confident in who you are in love. And with that now, whether you're with someone or looking for someone, I definitely feel like you're going to see this energy that change within you, change within your potential romantic partners, romantic interests, and just people who might just like think you're cute or like you if you're already like partnered up. Okay, so what you actually want in love right now? What do you actually want in love right now? Someone who kind of takes a chance, make some of the moves, rather than you having to always do that. I feel like you give a lot of value, and I feel like you are waiting for someone to kind of show that they have value too by stepping up and helping you. I feel like I'm getting you're very confident for some reason. Very confident in relationships because I get this energy like you know how to read people and their wants and what they need in the connection. You're really good at it. Not everyone is, okay? Pile 3, you are definitely good at anticipating people's needs, figuring out what they want in this fight or disagreement, or while they're showing a lot of emotions, even if they don't know it themselves. You know how to kind of hint or guide or help someone with relationship issues, problems, or desires that they may have trouble getting to figure out themselves, or are a bit slower at it. Like there's something about it where you're very, very strong in your intuitive abilities when it comes to romantic relationships, and so you're kind of hoping and wishing to find someone who can at least give it back, even if that's not their like forte, that's not their main thing, that they're able to do that for you here and there, if not like match you in that energy. Sagittarius in reverse. Yeah, I do feel like you're kind of looking for someone who can step up in love. Like someone who also feels that they're special and what they can provide is special. So not just anyone will do. Like it has to be someone really special. And there's this type of energy that like once you know and once they know, like you'll go all in, you'll give everything to that person. But if there's like even a hint or a clue that this person might not be it, there's like a standoffish like kind of feeling where you or the other person might just like stop giving attention and energy to that connection. So I definitely feel like you need someone to kind of reciprocate the energy you pour into the connection. And they need to show it like up front, like right away or in the beginning of the connection. Otherwise, it won't keep your interest. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, based on what you think you want in love and what you actually want in love, I feel like you thought that like, I feel like the way you're thinking has just changed recently, where you kind of are seeing that you deserve more or better in love, and you're finally feeling confident in that. Like I feel like maybe before you felt that sometimes, but not all the time, but right now it's more steady. And what you actually want in love is someone who is there already, someone who already knows what they deserve in love, and only willing to share it with someone who feels the same way, which you do now, and can reciprocate. Similar energy, but I feel like your heart and soul is here, and your mind is just kind of figuring that out, that like not only do you deserve a better love, but like not someone who can just reciprocate once in a while, but someone who can reciprocate pretty evenly or frequently. Okay, so will you get it, and how soon? It's kind of interesting. The spirit is kind of implying that you are very like much a go-getter in relationships. Like you push for things, or you don't kind of slow down, or you kind of always are moving the connection forward, or thinking of things to kind of do next or something like that. There's something about like you putting in a lot of energy and effort, not like a crazy amount, but like in a way that kind of makes sense and is stable and works for you, and it feels like a lot of people can't keep up with that or something like that. Okay, not the right time. So I do feel like you will get it, but not exactly at this moment, because obviously you're in this energy of where you're just kind of discovering that you are very, very high value person. And I feel like you need to be in that energy for a little bit, because before it feels like you went back and forth in your confidence and the kind of love you deserve. And right now you just kind of entered a phase where you know the kind of love you deserve, but you kind of need to kind of ground that energy in and make sure it's like more stable before you actually call in this person. But will you get it soon? A new start is coming, yeah. So I do see it coming soon. As soon as you kind of are more comfortable being in that new energy of like your new confidence and love. And if you pick this pile, you know what I'm talking about. This new kind of confidence and love, however it came to you. I feel like it's a big energy, and you just kind of have to like assimilate to it, get it grounded into your body and your life, and then this person will come in, because this new start is coming. So I do feel like it is coming, but right now I do feel like you just kind of need to understand that you deserve a higher level of love. And like I feel like you do understand that right now, pile 3, but like you have to like really, like I feel like right now you just understood the concept, and now you kind of have to be in the energy for a little while, where it's not just like, yeah, I'm deserve a big love. It's like, of course you're in an energy where you're like, of course I deserve big love. Of course I'm gonna get that, no doubt. So it's just like it's different for different people. It could be like a few months. I'm getting 3 to 4 months. Because I feel like in that time you're also going to realize all of the things that you have to offer. This might be a review for you, kind of reminding yourself like whoever's with you what they'd be lucky to get. If you are already coupled up, because I kind of saw this energy as like a singles read, it felt like it. But if you're already in a connection or have someone in mind, I feel like there's like a little bit of like a break or a lull between the two of you, 3 or 4 months, or like things are like just goes the same for a while. But then after that, once you kind of settle into this new energy, the relationship will evolve and get settled into the new energy that you're in as well. And then your person will either grow and evolve with you, or they won't. But I do feel like no matter what, with this like time clock, this clock here was kind of like this like Wheel of Fortune energy, that like it's time for you to evolve into this like confident new love, this bigger type of love, whatever your external circumstances are. All right, pile 3, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I would definitely check out the companion reading, and please leave a like or comment if this resonated. It really helps me out. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 4, with the Winter card and the Pyrite crystal. We're looking at what you actually want in love. This is paired with a companion reading that's coming out tomorrow. I'll post a link in the description when it is posted. That is titled What They Want From You. So whether you're single or have a person in mind, these readings will resonate. If this reading resonates with you 100%, I would choose the same pile in the other reading, because the energy is kind of like extended. But if it resonates only a little bit, somewhat, or just mostly, I'd pick a different pile so you get a unique message for yourself. All right, so we're looking at what you think you want, what you actually want, how that's changed, and will you get it, and how soon. All right, so what do you think you want in love? I feel like you want a little bit more like excitement, not like a crazy amount, but I feel like there's the energy of kind of like, you know, I've been staying in for so long, or I've been doing the same things over and over again. Like, it'd be nice to have someone to have a different routine with. So that's what I'm getting. It's not like an extreme, like, let's go skydiving, or someone who can show me and teach me a new way of life or something like that. It's just like someone who can add a different dimension to my life, another aspect to my life that I enjoy, that I have fun doing. It could be like I'm hearing extracurricular activity, even though I don't say that word that much, but like something like a sport that you two might enjoy, or a type of music where you can enjoy concerts together, or specific types of food or people, new hobby, new interests, or something like something that can add another layer to your life. I feel like that's what you feel like you want in love. Truth. I feel like because you got the other parts of a relationship. Like you're great with intimacy, physical, emotional, spiritual. You're really, really good with intimacy with your partner. You're really good with taking care of your day-to-day responsibilities. You're really good with your finances and thinking of goals, short-term and long-term, to pursue. But you kind of want, like, I feel like you're someone who can take on a lot in life too. Like, I feel like you're always working on a few different projects at once, maybe more than a few, several, small ones, big ones. I'm hearing you're very interesting because you always have something that you're doing, wanting, following up with, researching, looking into, trying out. Like, you're that kind of, I was thinking the word diverse, but that's not the right word I was thinking of. Anyway, it just kind of slipped my mind. But you're someone who is always doing something, just because you have the energy to. Like, I feel like you're not someone who does a lot because you're trying to avoid inner work or emotions, or because you're trying to keep yourself busy, or you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. I feel like you do a lot because you're interested in a lot and you explore a lot and you have a lot of energy to do so. At least mostly. So I feel like that it'd be nice to have that, like something like that with a partner, rather than just a solo interest, that like a solo project you work on yourself, or interests that you have in common with your friends, or like something else, something different that is another like daily or like weekly thing you do that you enjoy, but like with your partner. If you're already kind of partnered up, I do feel like this energy of you're kind of figuring out what else you guys can do that can, like, not spice up your life, because I feel like you're like, I got this. Like, my life is spicy with my person, okay? And no one needs to give me notes on that aspect. But it's just kind of like, you can take on more, so why not, And something more like fun and like interest, hobby, not like a responsibility or goal. Okay, so has that changed from what you thought you wanted in love before? 6 of Roses, challenge winner. Yeah, I feel like you kind of wanted a winner to start out with. Like, I feel like in love, you always just kind of want someone who is just like already there. And I feel like you've kind of developed enough where you notice that, like, someone's energy could get there. Like, you understand the difference between potential and someone who is actually going to get there. Something like that. Like, I got this energy. It's like weird kind of hit message that Spirit got me, but it's like some people, they are so assured and confident in their energy that, like, when they say they're going to do something, that energy of them already accomplishing it, because time doesn't exist on that side, is already in their energies, in their aura. So I'm getting this. It's kind of one of those things that, like, for example, if you're someone who keeps your promises to yourself, like if you choose to, for example, say like you're going to start a new diet or a new workout routine today or tomorrow, and you promise yourself you're going to do it, and you're someone who, like, your mind knows, your body knows, like, you're someone who kind of, and your spirit knows, you keep your promises to yourself, you will start looking good, or how you might look when you're kind of started that workout or new health routine or diet, like a few weeks in or a few months in already. Like, you'll start looking that way already, just because you made the decision to. You're already in that energy because you're someone who is like, doesn't lie to themselves and like does the thing that you say you're gonna do most of the time, right? So I feel like you kind of understand, like I think you're more impressed with people who have completed their accomplishments in the past, and now you kind of realize, like, you're able to discern people who can go after their goals and dreams and accomplish them, and people who just talk the talk but can't walk the walk. Like, people who say they can but don't actually and may have the potential, but probably won't. They can't even keep a simple, small, stupid promise they made to you, kind of thing, right? So you're able to discern that kind of thing. And so you don't mind meeting people who aren't already there, because you know how to tell when someone's energy is already there or can be there. And I think it's like fun for you to be part of the process, to kind of see it unfold, their success, rather than just entering their life when they've already succeeded. Does that make sense? Like being a part of their success, being part of their story, or at least witnessing it, rather than coming in when they feel like it's complete. Like I feel like you change your mind. It's like, oh, what's the point of having a fully finished person, a fully finished partner in my life? Like it's kind of, the point is to kind of grow together, right? So I think you look at people differently now, like people who are successful in your mind and people who have the potential to be successful, or in the energy to accomplish success in their lifetime. Like you see things differently. I don't know if I'm making sense, but hopefully you get it. Let me know if I'm making sense. Water signs. Okay. Cancer. I was saying Cancer and Scorpio at the same time. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We get this energy of, I feel like you wanted someone who was so accomplished in their physical life, whether it's their career, status, money, that they can just solely focus on their relationship, or someone who is completely emotionally mature and like relationship wise from the get-go. I think there's an energy here, Power 4, where you're kind of like, okay, like I get that some people need like not everyone is gonna be at that perfect place. Like everyone has growing and learning, and all I can ask for is a fun way to grow and learn with this person, is what I'm getting. Okay, so what you actually want in love. What do you actually want in love? King of Wands. Yeah, I get that kind of energy. It's like someone who has dreams and goals. I feel like because before you kind of like, oh, I want someone who is like, for example, a successful businessman, or a woman who already is established in her career and knows like, that's where she wants, like has stability in her career, or a man who's coming with a lot of money, or like a woman who already has kids or something like that. Like there's the energy of like, you kind of might have wanted someone who is already there and already had the experience, but now you're realizing you want to be part of that experience while they get there, and dream and dream with them, and visualize and set goals and brainstorm and share ideas together, figure out solutions, figure out how to what path to walk together. And so it'll be more meaningful and satisfying when you get there and when they reach that level of success. Because I do feel like it's like important for you to kind of have someone who is successful, and I feel like you've changed your meaning for success to being like, to like having like physical accolades and awards and something to show for it in the physical, to how filled your days are. I feel like your meaning, your definition of success has changed. And you still, I'm like, you still want someone who's like successful, but it's like in a different way, in the same way too, physically, but like you're changing how it looks to you, because you always looked at the end result and you didn't really look at like what it means day to day. And so I feel like you've transitioned from seeing it like in the future, the far future, and now breaking it down to seeing how that success that you always want, that you're in the energy of, that you'll definitely manifest with your person, how that starts looking day to day now. Capricorn. Yeah, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. Yeah. See, I definitely feel like you want a hardworking person. I feel like you are too. But I feel like you're realizing now that you would enjoy doing this kind of work, especially with the right person. I feel like you might have been not with the right people in the past, or you haven't met too many people who are like you, or like this person, and the energy of like working towards their success and career goals in this way. Yeah, because I'm seeing you as someone who kind of like figures things out, like schedules, plans, knows what your ambitions, what your goals, what the things that you want to work on are. I feel like this person, like, I feel like this person is somewhat like that, maybe exactly, or just like similar, or can complement that energy in you. And it just kind of excites you. I'm getting that clip from, is it called Desperate Housewives? I've been going back and watching old TV shows that I've never seen, because like the TV shows now like suck, and you guys, you know that. But like, there's this like scene where I think her name is Bree. Yeah, Bree is like very uptight and like likes everything clean and like clean to perfection kind of thing. And she meets someone who knows how to remove like a stain from a wine glass in like 3 different ways, like how if it's like a subtle stain, a deeper stain, or the deepest stain, like, and how to clean it. And she kind of like is like, her energy is like so turned on, and she's like, oh, I gotta have you now kind of thing. And so I'm getting that type of energy. Maybe it's not scheduling or organizing or figuring things out or having like multiple things that you like to do, but your version of that, you know, like that type of energy for you, like your like obsessive trait, or kind of, yeah, that has to do with your interest or whatever. Like finding someone who has that similar kind of energy. That's why I kept feeling like, oh, you're looking for someone to share this daily routine with. That's like another like kind of obsession or like interest or something that you both want to work on, which is really cool. And we'll have the work ethic and desire to pull it off and to keep going for a long time. Work hard, play hard, Capricorn energy right here, right? Something that has both. You work hard, but it's fun. Or something like that. If you pick this pile, you know what I mean. Okay, so will they give you what you want? Yes. Yes, and it came out in reverse, and for me, that's kind of like a now timing frame. So like, yeah, like immediately. Like right off the bat, both of you kind of hit it off. This is something new, someone new coming in. Or if you're kind of like upgrading your energies with this person, because I kept getting that like upgrade, changing your perspective or something like that, changing maybe to, if this has been a long-term relationship, changing the cycle. Your relationship cycle is changing, moving into a different one. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's like someone new coming in or someone you've been dating, and it's like, yeah, this person will give you what you want, and probably immediately, and you know that. Because they're on the same page as you. And then will they get what they want? Because kind of like, will this be a happy connection? Meditate and contemplate. With these in Pisces, with these two koi fish, I do feel like, yes, it's very, I feel like it gives you both, like, it's like a meditative state. You know, for some people, like, for example, if both of you loved writing music, making music or something like that, like, it would be like almost like breathing air. Like, it'd be like a meditative state for both of you to kind of tune into, you know? So it's like kind of like you couldn't imagine not doing this in your life without your partner. Like, you couldn't, you know, you can't go back. Like, you can't imagine how you lived without it, and you can't imagine living without it now. If that makes sense. So it's like, yeah, it's I feel like it's like it's like you both like meditate together. It's really cool. Love that energy. Like both of you connect intuitively, energetically, creatively when you two kind of engage in this activity. Ooh. It could be lovemaking, but I feel like it's something outside of like relationship stuff, if you know what I mean. All right, so pile 4, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please leave a comment to let me know that it resonated. It means a lot to me. And if you want, check out the companion reading that comes out tomorrow. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.